I'm coming to you live again from my table, and I'm using a tripod so that I can actually show you something I created here. So one of the things that, oh, and if you haven't checked out the other videos, I'm going to put this in a playlist for you on my page so that if you really want to follow along in this journey of financial awareness, you are invited. So one of the things that I realized I wasn't clear on, that my brain or the way I function needs clarity on for it to work well, is the whole flow of money in my world. So I don't have a normal job, I've got my own business, and I get paid through PayPal. So as you're looking at this for you, maybe look at, so how do you get paid and how would this work in your world? So I get paid through PayPal, and then that money gets to travel places from there, and I get to choose where it goes. So there's a few things that I know I definitely want to contribute to with my revenue. The first three things are my 10% accounts, which Gary talks about setting up. He's like, set up a 10% account for your personal income, set up a 10% account for your business income, and set up a 10% account if you have past expenditures for your past expenditures. That's one way I've heard talked about it. And at first I only had one 10% account, and then I increased it to 3, and it was working until I started borrowing from it. So there will be another video on that. That is not a good idea, don't do that. So the money from PayPal comes out of PayPal into a bank account. Well, currently I've been putting all the money into a personal checking account, and then doing the 10% from there, and then all my business expenses and my personal expenses are all in one account, and it's getting really confusing to the point where I don't want to actually look at it. So I would like to get more clear on where the money's going so that my accountant can have a better time, my bookkeeper can have a better time, and I can start looking at like what the business is creating and what I'm able to pay myself as the creator, and then asking questions about what I can be doing to increase that. So this is the thing that I drew. Okay, so you've got your revenue, which is wherever that's coming from, however I'm creating that. I'm sure this will be another video. That goes into PayPal. Then from PayPal, it goes, what I need to do is open a business checking account. I don't have one of these. That will be another video. So it needs to go into a business checking account. From the business checking account, it needs to go a few places. 10% of this revenue needs to go into my business 10% account that I never spend. Then 10% of it needs to go into the past expenditure 10% account so that I can start paying down some past expenditures, credit cards. And then I need to choose, this is the part, I'm sure this will be another video, how much I'm paying myself, that's my money, that I can actually do whatever I want with. Like I can go eat with, I can buy clothes with, I can be silly with. But before I spend it, I need from this amount to put 10% into my personal 10% account. So I need to get more clear on what my business expenses are. One of the questions I have are access class as a business expense? Up to this point, I've been treating them as one, but I don't actually know if they are. So if you know that, put it in the comments below. And I need to get clear on what I'm paying myself. And this feels very unclear, so I actually wonder about this. And this is feeling easier to sort out, so I might start with this. But yeah, so I have a few next steps. I gotta go open a business checking account, and I gotta get more clear on these two things. But yeah, if you got insight or comments or your own process that you'd like to share, post it below, and onwards.